So, 6:45 Friday morning. What should we do? Any suggestions? Shall we do an assembly? Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start with year 3. Because year 3 have been pretty amazing this week. They've had a lot to deal with and there's a lot of people to big up. So, year 3, here we go. In Kilmer, we have got Lily Cochrane for being very resilient this week and still putting in amazing effort. Her handwriting has been beautifully presented. Well done, Lily. And Daphne Gant for having a great growth mindset this week. She has persevered and not given up when things have been more difficult. Well done, Kilmer. In Barrow, we've got Liv McRoberts for excellent imitation and precision in your gymnastic sequence. And Robert Lacey for creating some powerful and funny rhetorical questions in English this week. Well done, Robert. In Tregarrick, we've got Rhea Shawcross for great resilience with your writing. And Joan Shaw Bishop for excellent times tables. You won bingo, it says. Well done, Joan. In Trewarthen, we've got Layla Matthews for having super resilience this week and always trying her best for all her learning. And Thomas Dyson for excellent work in English this week and doing incredibly well with all the changes that has happened. Well done. And I've also got a couple more because Mr. Rocket gave me a couple too. Because he's been teaching and these children I've been so proud of because it's been a little bit of sort of up in the air, a bit of upheaval. So Rory in Kilmer for great knowledge of the Romans and Rosie in Kilmer for being always eager to try and answer questions. And the other one's for Mr. Rocket in Trewarthen, Layla for excellent ability to manage her distractions where people were distracting her. How cool is that, Layla? You've been nominated by Miss Henley and Mr. Rocket, so it just goes to show how amazing you must have been. Well done. And Jessica for being always completely engaged in her lessons. So well done, everybody in year 3. You've had different teachers, you've had different classrooms, you've had it's been such a week, hasn't it? But you've just done so brilliantly. So well done, year 3. You've done us proud this week. We are very, very proud of you. Good stuff. You are going to get a cowboy. Yeehaw! Well done, year 3. Absolutely superb. Okay, let's do mathletics, shall we? So mathletics this week, year 3. Who else is going to win but Dylan White because he's the mathletics superstar. You've got to beat Dylan year 3. Come on. So Dylan White in year 3, Billy Edwards year 4, Elliot Court in year 5 and Lily Shorten in year 6. Well done. The classes are Bearer and Trewarthen. So well done you two. Well done you two classes. Mrs. Sales Year 4 Maths is Phoenix Warren for an improved attitude to learning and working more independently. Well done, Phoenix. Mrs. Sales Year 6 Maths is Leighton Milross for using growth mindset to have a positive can-do attitude and for always being cheerful. And I know that Leighton got his silver badge this week as well. So Leighton, what a week you've had. Well done. And my Year 6 Maths award goes to Poppy Bell, very simply for just being an always child. She always tries hard, she always puts her hand up, she always presents her work beautifully. So well done, Poppy. Really, really good. All right. I think it's time to draw a ticket. What should we draw? Should we have a reading ticket? Let's have a reading ticket, okay. Rummaging around. I've got one. I've actually got 2 stuck to my hands. Do you know what? Let's break the rules. Let's do 2. So, we have got Tegan in Ottery. And we got Piper in Ottery too. Well done, Ottery. 2 book winners in Ottery this week. Well done for reading tickets. Well done for reading so much, you two. Brilliant. Okay. Attendance. So, best class attendance. I have got to do 4, count them, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I want to see better ones than that in your classes, please. You've got a whole class full of people to do Mexican waves, so I want to see better Mexican waves than that. I've only got my lonesome Billy No Mates here, so that's all I can do. So they go to Bearer, Foy, Liner and Polzeth for 100% attendance last week. Well done. It means you get 10 minutes extra play. Yay. Well done, you 4 classes. Very impressive. So, let's celebrate some badges. So obviously you can celebrate these in your class. We have no gold badges this week. So bronzes. Would you like to stand up, please? Your class, give them a polite clap. And silvers, stand up, please. Class, give them a polite clap. Well done. Excellent. Really impressive. Okay, let's do year 6. Year 6 awards. Here we go. So, in Godreevy, we've got Maddie Bembridge for super adding of fractions. Excellent perseverance with this. Really helpful in the class too. Well done, Maddie. And Lexi Carter-Moore for being such a great team player. She always collaborates well with others. This was really noticeable on the Godreevy STEAM Day and the science investigation. So well done, you two. Brilliant. Lizard, we've got Charlie Hadland for amazing improvement in his writing, presentation, handwriting and spelling. Well done, Charlie. And Sophia Bellum for outstanding perseverance and resilience in coping with an extraordinarily challenging situation. You are amazing. I love comments like that because I don't know what it's about. Probably Lizard might know what it's about. Nobody else knows what it's about. And they don't need to know what it's about. The point is, Sophia has been coping brilliantly with an extraordinarily challenging situation. Well done, Sophia. You're a superstar. In Trevose, we've got Finley Sampson for persevering with his learning, of having a great learning attitude. Do you know what, Miss Owen? I could have given him in maths this week as well because he's been brilliant in that too. And for Tuepi, for great productivity and dedication to his English work. Well done, boys. And then in Pendine, we've got Jack Crowley for his fantastic work with fractions this week. His strong multiplication knowledge has helped this. Number of times I've said to my maths group, learn your tables. If you learn your tables, all of your maths is so much easier. It just is. And Aaron Parry. Aaron could win this award most weeks for his brilliant... Oh, found it. I knew there was more. Effort across the curriculum. I can always rely on him for an articulate answer. That's nice to hear, Aaron. Well done. So well done, Year 6. Great comments yet again. You are doing us proud, you Sixers. You're the oldest ones. You're setting that example, and boy, you're setting a good example. Well done, Year 6. You're getting a shark. Boop, 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 boop. Well done. Brilliant. Now, learning power of the week. My learning power of the week this week is reasoning. Now, sometimes we think that reasoning is predominantly a maths learning power because it's almost like you have to explain your answer into why you got a particular answer, but it isn't necessarily that. Reasoning is a skill. It's a real skill. And it's trying to think, okay, how can I explain what it is that I'm trying to say? How can I explain the answer I've given or the reason that I've done something? So it's a real skill, a skill that people should aim to get really good at. So just try and verbalise that answer. Try and get that because, that other bit, the bit that comes after the answer. It's this because, or I've done this because. So reasoning, try it next week. All right. Okay. Let's go. Year 5. So year 5. Where are we? Fistral. Straight away, Mrs. Lee has written in brackets, sorry for breaking the rules. She's done 3. Mrs. Lee has done 3. She's broken the rules. So, I'm glad when people break the rules sometimes with things like this, because it means that she's found it so hard to choose that Mrs. Lee's had to choose 3. So, Faye Bonner, for having the confidence to read aloud clearly with expression in front of the class. You always build upon and challenge others' opinions. Well done, Faye. And Beth Butcher and Kayla Hutchings, same reason. You worked collaboratively to create an amazing gymnastics routine and practice together in your own time. Your dedication is fantastic. Now, I know for a fact that Beth and sister Katie, actually, and Kayla, they are gymnastics superstars. Something to be very, very proud of. So well done, you two, for collaborating so well and creating such an amazing thing that Mrs. Lee felt she had to break the rules to celebrate it. So well done, you two. In Sennan, we've got Ava Lorimer for a beautifully written diary entry from the perspective of Frank Worsley. Well done. And Zoe Fursey for showing great resilience and composure this week and becoming a great morning helper. I've been very proud of Zoe Fursey this week, I have to say. She's had a few challenges and she has overcome them beautifully. So well done, Zoe. In Polseth, we've got Adriana for incredible decrypting skills in our code-breaking computer lessons. Well done, Adriana. And Charlie Tupper for brilliant handwriting this week in your English. Keep those finger spaces, Charlie. Well done. That's lovely to hear. And Trianon, we've got Jack Church for brilliant expression and emotion in his diary. And Sophie Mulder for the fastest speed speller the world has ever seen. Probably, just in case anyone decides to sue us for such a bold statement. The Guinness Book of World Records could come back to us and say, no, Carbeal, you are not the fastest speller because we have somebody in Russia who can spell faster. So Mr. Walker has been very sensible putting probably. But the fastest speed speller in the world. Well done, Sophie. Lovely to hear. Great comments, Year 5. I've enjoyed going down to Year 5 this week with lots and lots of badges as well. The badges have been coming thick and fast in Year 5 this week, so well done. Year 5, what have I... You're getting my firework. Actually, do you know what? We haven't done for ages. We haven't done a good old Cornish get on. Get on, Year 5. Well done. I'm going to give you a little tiny firework too. So, you got 2. How cool is that? Well in Year 5. Now, let's do diversity and cultural capital, because diversity and cultural capital, they're kind of linked in a way. They're kind of linked. Diversity this week, I want to talk about Mary Anning. Now, you might have heard of Mary Anning because she is a female scientist. And back when she was alive, between 1799 and 1847, female scientists were not really a thing. It was in that world where women cooked and cleaned and had children and things like that. Women weren't scientists. They weren't allowed to be scientists, which when you think about nowadays, you think, how dare you? That's like saying, do you know what, women, you have no good ideas. You have no scientific brain. You have no possible decent thing to give to society, which is just awful. So Mary Anning was a bit of a groundbreaker, because actually she was a paleontologist. They're doing a film about her at the moment, I believe. She was born in Dorset. I'm just going to read a little bit about her. She was a self-taught pioneer. She discovered Jurassic remains in her hometown of Lyme Regis. Now, I've been to Lyme Regis. We went to the Mary Anning Museum, and it was quite fascinating to read a little bit about her. She came across her first find, which was almost an entire remains of an ichthyosaurus at the age of 12. 12? The Natural History Museum calls her the unsung hero of fossil discovery, because at the time, the scientific community was reluctant to recognise her contribution to science during her whole lifetime. Now, when you think about it, you think, why would they have been reluctant to recognise her achievements? And you think, okay, she's done more for kind of for paleontology than any other person, really, in her time. And the only reason they wouldn't recognise her discoveries was because she was a woman. Now that is awful, isn't it? It's awful that just because of her gender, she wasn't recognised. She wasn't celebrated. That's like saying, right then, teachers in Year 6, I want you to pick your stars of the week, but no girls. Girls do not do anything good. They don't think well. They're definitely not scientific. No, no, no. Can you imagine living in a world like that? It's not good, is it? So, do you know what? Even to the point where she was not allowed to be part of the Geological Society of London, bearing in mind, obviously, geology, study of rocks and all that, but fossils being in rocks and within rocks and things like that, it's a massive part of geology. She wasn't allowed to be part of it for her whole lifetime because it didn't admit women until 50 years after she died. When would that have made it? Just late 1800s, so about 1900 was when they started recognising that women could do that. That's only... my brain's too sore. You, in your class, work out how many years that is. 120? 120 years. It's not that long where women weren't even recognised for their achievements. So, and actually, my cultural capital is linked to this, and it's the best of what's been thought and said, but it isn't a particularly positive comment, because what she said was, the world has used me so unkindly. I fear it has made me suspicious of everyone. That's not a very positive comment, is it, from Mary Anning? But what she's saying is, look at what I've done for the world. Look at what I've discovered. Look at what the wheels I've set in motion for paleontology. And what has the world done for me? What have they celebrated? Nothing. And that's not good. So actually, the fact that we live in a day where the achievements of everyone is celebrated, everyone, man, woman, black, white, doesn't matter. The achievements of everyone are celebrated. I still believe there's some work to do. I still believe that there are things that we can do to make that even better, between men and women and between people that are black and people that are white. I still believe there's lots we can do, but we're definitely in a better place than we were in 1847, aren't we? Because nowadays, if somebody had discovered this amazing thing, you know, maybe they were the first person, let's say somebody discovered the cure for cancer, okay, which would be a scientific breakthrough. If it was a woman, they would not kind of go, no, we're not celebrating that, you're a woman. That would be celebrated. If that person was black, they would be celebrated. If that person was gay, they would be celebrated. It doesn't matter now. So it's really good. It's really good that this is in a time where, and you're growing up in a time where things are definitely improving. So bit of diversity, bit of cultural capital, celebrate achievements no matter who you are. I think that's the kind of message for that. Well done, Mary Anning, for everything you did. Okay, let's draw a behaviour ticket. We still haven't got many in here. I think it's quite hard to give them out. I might have to try and think of a way of getting more behaviour tickets given out. So, we've also got loads of attendance tickets in there. From Lizard. Oh dear. We've got lots of attendance tickets in there from Lizard and Kilmer. Never mind, we'll sort them out later. Cody in year 5 for being a good friend to Finn in year 4. How, in different bubbles, I don't know. No clue, but Cody, well done, because it's obviously been good enough for you to get behaviour tickets. So you win a book. Well done. Let's do a double dip. So, anybody that watches Greg James, he likes a bit of double ticket. He does that all the time. So, what did we do before? Oh no. Oh yeah, we did attendance ticket. So here we go. Have I got 2 stuck to me? I've got 2 again. I'm being very generous. Very generous. So, both from the same class, we have Seth, Foy, Florence, Foy. Well done, you 2. You win a book. 5 books we've done today. 5. Far too generous, Mr. Hamlin. So, team points. Where are team points? Here they are. So, our weekly total. Windsor. You've won again. Windsor, 35 points. Balmoral, 32. Carnarvon, 30. Killarney, 25. Which means that the winner of the half term at the moment is Windsor with 114 points. Well done, Windsor. Give Windsor a cheer. Brillo. See, I've got my red pen again. Crossing things off in case I make a boo-boo and forget what's going on. So, best reading class. Where are you? Here we are. So, the reading challenge. In 3rd place is Trewartha with 82%. In 2nd place is Tregarrick with 85%. It's giving me year 3 all over again. No, because the winner with 88% is Polzeath. Well done, Polzeath. Brilliant. You are superstars because you've smashed year 3, because year 3 are so good at reading every week that they've been hard to beat. But well done, Polzeath, for doing that. Impressive. So we're going to finish with year 4 and then a bit of a daily active collective worship. So in year 4, in Foy, we have Nikita Johnson being an absolute superstar in all lessons, especially maths, where she's worked at gold level every day this term. This term? Wow, Nikita, that's amazing. And Rory Welch for his amazing learning in science this week, as he has researched, investigated and shared his super knowledge about electricity with the class. Well done, Rory. And then in Ottery, we've got Charlotte McCready. Blimey, Charlotte, you must have done some good stuff. You've got 5 lines. Mind you, there's somebody that's got 7 in a minute. So, Charlotte McCready, despite being off last week, Charlotte has returned with a brilliant attitude to learning, has shown great resilience and perseverance. You are awesome, Charlotte. Charlotte also produced some epic learning from home, which was a delight to read. God, that's good. And Freddie Wilde. Freddie is a child who could always win this award. He is consistently enthusiastic, engaged, kind, and just generally awesome. Thank you for making Ottery shine even brighter. What a lovely comment. Well done, you 2. And in Liner, I'm so glad this person has won, because they deserve it. They fully 100% deserve it. All I'm going to do is that. They'll know what it means. They'll know that they've won in Liner. And listen to this. There's a big list. It actually says there's a big list. For a continuously solidly, I don't know what that word is. Solidy. If that is a word, then a bit like the word Mr. Walker used last time. I think it was Mr. Walker, but I didn't know. I don't know what solidy is, but we'll run with it. Solidly work ethic? I don't know. Mrs. Shaw, you're going to have to explain what solidy is. Work ethic, not distracting anyone in the class, including himself, for fantastic focus in all lessons this week. And last but not least, for showing empathy and compassion towards his friends who've been hurt or upset. We are very proud. Yes, we are, Dylan Englefield. We are all very proud. Because you did have a wobble last week, but this week you've come back and smashed it. And that's we've got to do that every week. Well done, Dylan. And Macy Brain Bell for putting herself outside her comfort zone and not being afraid to try something that she might fail in. She's worked hard this term and is a great team player. Well done, you. It's good to fail sometimes. It doesn't matter that we fail. First attempt in learning. That's what fail means. So actually, the fact that you've given it a go is brilliant. So well done, Macy Rain. In Tamar, we've got Finley for having a cracking attitude in every lesson and especially impressing whilst solving peculiar perimeter problems. I like that. Bit of a tongue twister. A peculiar perimeter problem. Well done, Finn. And Evie for being a superstar in class, using her creativity to help our class innovate an explanation text about a grandfather clock full of flying creatures and, of course, keeping Smith entertained for a quarter of an hour every day after school. God, blimey. There's a big list. It's not year 4. I don't think I've had bigger comments from anybody. Just goes to show what superstars year 4 have been. Well done. Very impressed. So, year 4, you're getting my Batman. Awesome. Well done. And actually, Miss Margette's used the word awesome about 5 times, which means that is exactly what you should be doing, is the awesome one. So well done, year 4. Brilliant. Oh, we've done best class reading percentage. Now, my thought for the day, my act of collective worship. It is from Mark, verse 12, chapter 31 of the Bible, and it simply says, "The second is this, you shall love your neighbour as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these." And what that is saying, and I kind of linked it to Mary Anning a little bit, and saying, it doesn't matter who your neighbour is, man, woman, black, white, doesn't matter. Makes no odds. Teacher, shop worker, nurse, doesn't matter who they are, what they do. Love them like you do yourself. So treat them like you would yourself. Because that way, everybody just gets on, and everybody gets respected, and everybody gets recognised for what they're doing, regardless of who they are. So, I'll read it again. Mark, verse 12, chapter 31, "The second is this, you shall love your neighbour as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these." Well done. It's been a really good week. It's been a really odd week, but it's been a really good week. People have just... I want to say, while I'm here, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that works at Cartwheel as well. Your teachers, your teaching assistants, everybody. Your office staff, your cleaners, your kitchen workers, your caretakers, your lunchtime supervisors. Because in what has been a very weird week, they have been amazing. Amazing. Or, Craig Rowerhord, fabulous, darling. Absolutely brilliant, because it has been weird. And we've had lots to deal with, and everybody, including every child here, has managed it beautifully. So well done, everyone. We are Team Cartwheel. We are awesome. We will continue to be awesome, regardless of what happens. Well done, you. That's Mr. H signing out.